when the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy headliners. Nation. Headliner nation. Fantasy headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Yo, welcome. Sunday morning live stream. I've been awake for all of 15 minutes. All right, maybe a little bit longer than that, but I literally just woke up. All right, give me a second here. Pretty sure I also forgot to turn super chats off, so I need to do that real quick. Got my protein water. Yeah, I did forget to turn them off. There we go. Now they're off. All right. It's time to get into some pick'ems for today. We're going to start rolling right away with it because we don't want to miss out on any decent lines that might be showing up. And if you're new here to the stream, essentially what we do is we use we're going to go over 1.5 sips. That's number 2 right there. Essentially what we do is we use our friends over at OddsJam. We use their sportsbook tool to try and figure out any line discrepancies for Sunday that may give us an opportunity to win some pick'ems over on Underdog. So we definitely go through all the lines for a bunch of different pick'ems. We try to find if there's any discrepancies between Underdog and other sports books out there. And if it is, then we go with it after that. Raphael, how can I see this every week? We are live right here every morning on Sunday between 10:30 and 10:45. If you want to become a member, then you can get access to our Pick'ems channel. Pick'em / prop bet, whatever tool you use, whether you use Underdog or Sleeper or whatever. We talk about all of our pick'ems in there. Why is my air not on? I am burning up. Can you turn on, please? There we go. I'm like, bro, I'm hot. Turn on. There we go. And then yeah, go through. We go through different pick'ems for the week and stuff in there. You have to be a member of Full Chub or higher to get access to that. So if you're wanting access to that, let's go ahead and do it. I already see one on the books that I'm wanting to get a hold of right away. Let me refresh this real quick just to make sure. Actually, it refreshes itself. That's right. Brian Hoyer right now over on Underdog. He's listed at 224 yards. His average everywhere else is 221. We're going under on Brian Hoyer, and we're going to want to lock that in here pretty quickly. So let's move quickly so we can try and find some others. Deshaun Watson going up against Indianapolis right now, showing it 228.5 on Underdog, showing it 226 average elsewhere, 224 at Bally, 225 at MGM, 225, 221, 225. A lot of unders on Deshaun Watson right now. We're going to go under on Deshaun Watson as well today. We're going to go under 228.5 passing yards. Gardner Minshew, 198, 197. Not big enough for me there. Tyson Bagent, 181, 181. 241, 241, 221, 218. Lamar Jackson going up against Detroit. Showing up at 221 on Underdog. 218. 218. We're going to go Lamar Jackson under as well. Lamar Jackson lower on the passing yards. And we're going to get this locked in pretty quickly here. All right, let me go ahead and show you the first slip of the day. First slip of the day right here. We're going Brian Hoyer less than 224 passing yards. Lamar Jackson lower than 221.5 passing yards. And Deshaun Watson lower than 228.5 passing yards. I'll leave that up there for just a second so you guys can lock it in if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder as well, I got a hair in my eye, it feels like. Right now, this live stream is all about pick'ems, not answering any start and sit questions right now. If you're interested in having your start and sit question answered, I will be live for our members only live stream to talk start and sit advice at 11:45. But right now, we are going through pick'ems. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Who just asked that? Can you show them all? Oh, Phantom. I can Phantom, but you have to keep in mind that they all change throughout the time that I'm live. So just because we lock something in for someone right now doesn't mean it won't be different at the end of the stream either. So if we find anything good, you definitely want to try and take advantage of it as soon as we find it. Let's go Josh Allen at 250, 249.1. Not big enough for me right now. Oh, geez Louise, I don't want to say that on screen. 178, 180 for Mac Jones. All right, hold on here. So Mac Jones on Underdog is 178.5, but his average odds are 180. He's higher on Bally. He's higher on River. He's higher on FanDuel. He's higher on Fanatics, on OddsJam, on Pinnacle, on PointsBets, on Prize Picks. Tipico just raised it, it looks like. Higher on Unibet. They did. They just changed his over odds, and they raised it. We're going to lock in Mac Jones real quick as well. We're going to lock in Mac Jones as well here real quick. I know that might be risky. We're going to go higher on Mac Jones as 178. It's a pretty large discrepancy there. Sam Howell right now over on Underdog is showing up at 229. Everywhere else, his average odds are 227.3. Let's lock in Sam Howell. We're going to lock in Sam Howell. Look at that. Mac Jones is starting to change as we speak. We're going to want to lock that in here pretty soon before it changes on Underdog. Sam Howell, we're going the under. We're going under on Sam Howell's passing yards. Tyrod Taylor 193, showing up 190 elsewhere. Then we're also gonna want to lock in Tyrod Taylor's numbers as well. It looks like as the under. All right, let me show you this one. Just a reminder, we're not doing start and sit advice right now. If you're looking for start and sit advice, I apologize. We will not be answering those questions until 11:45. We're doing nothing but pick'ems right now. Okay, now I'm too cold. Our next slip, Sam Howell lower than 229.5 passing yards. Tyrod Taylor lower than 193.5 passing yards. And Mac Jones higher than 178.5 passing yards. A lot of discrepancies in the sports books right now. A lot more than we saw last week. Let's take advantage of it. This is where we work, headliners. I am 22 for 30 over the last 2 Sundays in my pick'ems. I'm not saying to follow me blindly, but I am saying to follow me. Let's go. Let's keep working hard this morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do here. We win. We win. All right, Geno Smith is at 251 on Underdog, 245 everywhere else. $199 on River? What? What is this right here? If we were betting over here on Bet Rivers, we would be taking the over easy. That is crazy. And Unibet? Was something announced that I have not seen yet? Let's go ahead and lock in. Let's find Geno Smith under here real quick before we lose it. Cause that's a freaking huge discrepancy. That's crazy. We're gonna go lower than 251 passing yards. Joshua Dobbs, 214.5 here, 212.6. We're going to go Dobbs under as well now. So many discrepancies. Ladies and gentlemen, it's either going to be a banging day for us or it's going to be an awful day for us. 216, Kenny Pickett. 216 here, 214. Much lower in several other areas. We're going to go Kenny Pickett lower too, man. There are some crazy discrepancies right now. Let's lock in another slip, man. Let's lock in another slip. Here's another one. Josh Dobbs lower than 214.5. Geno Smith lower than 251.5. And Kenny Pickett lower than 216.5. That's our next slip right there. Lots of discrepancies this morning, which is crazy because we didn't see this many last week. And once again, if you're watching and may not understand what we're doing, what we do during this stream is we're using our friends over at OddsJam, and we're using their sportsbook page, which shows us the lines for all the major sports books in the industry. Well, most of them anyway. And what we're doing is we're looking at what the line is on Underdog, and then we're looking at what the average line is for the rest of the sports books. Because if the average line is either, I typically try to find something higher or lower than 1 on either side of the Underdog line. If we can find those discrepancies, then we just roll with them, because there's thousands of people that work for these sports books that set these lines. And if for some reason they've got them set higher than lower than Underdog, that's a whole lot of people that are telling us for some reason they're going to go higher than lower than that. And since we've been doing that, again, 22 of 30 the last 2 weeks in terms of our pick'ems. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. I don't even have time to drink my protein water or finish my protein bar this morning. We've got so many good props that we're taking, or pick'ems that we're taking a look at. Matthew Stafford, 260, 260. 265, 264, not big enough there. 280, 281, close, no dice. 230, 232. Jordan Love against Denver at 230 on Underdog. Holy crap, give me the over for Jordan Love here. Over 230.5 passing yards. His average line elsewhere is 232.6. Jalen Hurts against Miami right now at 262 on Underdog, 254 everywhere else. Oh man. The sports books are telling me to take this. This is where my stomach kind of steps in and says, I don't know if I trust that. Nope, we're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and lock in Jalen Hurts right here under. That's a huge discrepancy. We take advantage of those. We take advantage of those. Tua, not big enough difference. 233, 234 for Brock Purdy. 239.5, 239. All right, we've got to find one more for this current slip that we have in right now. Who do I have? I've got Jordan Love higher. I'm going to take Jalen Hurts off for just a second. I want to go back to... I'm just looking up something here real quick. Stay with me. What was the other big one that we saw? The under was passing yards. Lamar Jackson was a big discrepancy as well. Lamar, we took the lower on his passing yards. Who else was a big discrepancy that we saw? Watson was lower than 228. Watson was lower than 228. And who was another one? Sam Howell was lower. Tyrod Taylor was lower. Sam Howell lower than 229. I just put in a big boy slip. These were some of the best ones that we saw this morning so far in terms of the quarterbacks we just looked at. These were the best ones. Some huge discrepancies here. So I threw all these in, and you know what? Papa wants a big payday today. All right. I want a big payday. I'm feeling good this morning. So I dropped $100 on this one. Now, I'm not telling you to drop $100 on that. Drop 10. Do whatever you think is most comfortable for you. I said, you know what? F it. We're playing this morning, okay? We play for keeps. I play for keeps. I'll leave that up for just a second, Phantom. Gives me a chance to take a bite of my protein bar. We're playing for keeps, chat. 100%. My AC can't find common ground right now. When it's blowing, it's too cold. When it stops blowing, it gets way too warm. All right. All right. We all good? We all good? Panda, appreciate you sharing the message. Listen. If that slip, listen real quick. That slip that I just did, I'm going to post it in Discord real quick. That slip that I just did, if I hit that today, it pays out $2,000. I'll pick somebody in the prop bets section or the pick'em section of Discord. I'll pick somebody to give $100 to today. If that hits, I'll pick somebody in Discord to give $100 to today. How's that sound? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hold on. I'm going to put that in Discord here real fast, and then we're going to get right back to it. Oh, come on. Let me share it. Copy. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're locked in now. We're locked in, feeling good, baby. Yeah. Hey, yo, tell me in the chat right now, are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? It's a beautiful Sunday morning. We have football today. Why wouldn't we be feeling good, right? All right, let's keep rolling here. We're done. Oh, my God, look at all the colors. Look at all the colors. All right, let's go ahead. And where do we want to look at next? Let's go ahead and go to player receiving yards. Let's go to the wide receivers now and see if we can find any discrepancies there. Puff, puff, pass. These nuts is feeling good in a different way, aren't ya? All right. All right. Not a big enough discrepancy there. No, not a big enough discrepancy for Mike Evans, 19.5. 18.4. Rashad White at 19.5 on Underdog, 18.4 elsewhere. We're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and go White, Rashad White, and we are going to take the under on receiving yards. We're going to take the under on receiving yards for Rashad White. Trey Palmer, not a big enough discrepancy for me. Close, but no dice with Komet. No. 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 49.5, 50.2, not a big enough discrepancy. 22.5, 23.3, no, 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 nope, no, close, but no dice. I mean, Donovan Peoples-Jones under is actually probably not a bad one. We already took the Deshaun Watson under. He's at 22.5 on Underdog, 21.6 elsewhere. A couple of sports books have him in the 20s. We know he hasn't been getting a ton of work. I'm actually going to go with Donovan Peoples-Jones here. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to go lower than the 22.5 receiving yards. Geez Louise, Anna. And I'm going to need you to get healthy. I'm going to need you to get healthy, please. Ooh, Josh Downs. Oh, man. This one hurts. 41.5. Average odds are 39.6. I'm just worried because could his receiving yards be that low? Absolutely, but he's going to get targets, man. And really it takes just to go over 39 to go over 41.5 yards. It wouldn't take that much. That's almost a 2-yard discrepancy though, man. I'm going to go ahead and go with it. I'm going to go ahead and go with it here. Downs. Josh Downs. Lower. All right, let's lock in. Oh, Rachaad White's receiving yards already dropped. Hold on a second. I got to go back up here. Crap. It dropped to 18.5. We have to take Rachaad White out. We missed that one. Dang it. His underdog prop dropped. So we have to take him out. So we're going to have to find another one now, unfortunately. (2019) 16, 16, 32, 33, 19, 19, 53.5, 54, 53.5, 54.4. Let's go ahead and switch out. Let's go ahead and switch out Mark Andrews, and let's go Mark Andrews over. Let's go Mark Andrews over. All right, here's our next ticket. We got Josh Downs lower than 41.5 receiving yards. We got Donovan Peoples-Jones lower than 22.5 receiving yards. And we've got Mark Andrews higher than 54.5 receiving yards. I'm a little upset we missed Rachaad White. I'm going to leave that up for a second. I'm going to keep looking here. All right, let's go ahead and switch back here. Hey, Matador Mike, appreciate you becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. But right now, we are not doing start and sit advice. We are only going through pick'ems. I will go ahead and answer for you real quick, though, since you just became a member. I would hate to do that to someone that just became a member. But just so you know, this will be the only one for you. And if you have more questions, then absolutely hit us up here at 11:45 on the members only live stream. But you need 2 wide receivers and a running back. I'm going to go Foreman over McLaughlin for the running back, and then I'm going to go Watson and Marquise Brown for the wide receivers. What, 14, 39, 13, 87, 86. Less than a yard, though. 24, 11 and a half, 24, 13, 13, 14.5, 14.2, 10, 33, not quite a yard there, not quite a yard there, not quite a yard there, half a yard, not quite a yard, not quite a yard. 37, 37, 13, 13, 6, 6 and a half. 54, 55, 30, 30. Not finding a whole lot of discrepancies right now in these wide receivers, which is kind of what happened last week, too. We nailed a lot of the quarterback discrepancies that we found, and then when we got to wide receivers, there was barely any. Oh, here we got one for Tyler Lockett. Right now, he's showing higher almost everywhere else except for Underdog. We got to lock Tyler Lockett in here. Look at that. I didn't even mean to do that, but hopefully you all caught that. Right now on Underdog, 58.5 receiving yards, 60.3 average elsewhere. Let's go over on Tyler Lockett. They're probably expecting DK to either be out or limited today. Not quite a yard. Cooper Kupp right now. Right now on Underdog, it's 90.5. He's showing up as 92.4. We need to lock in Cooper Kupp over as well. I know that's a lot of yards, but everywhere else has him higher. We got to find one more for this slip. I need to find one fast before these change. Those are pretty large discrepancies right there. Come on, give me one more. Give me one more. Come on, come on, come on. Not enough there. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough for Kelsey. Not enough there. Not enough there. Not enough. Oh, come on. Give me one more. I need one more. Come on. Dude, I just need to find one more solid discrepancy here. Dallas Goedert. Not big enough. Just barely a yard there. Man, I don't know if I take that one. There's not enough there for me to go with it. $47, 49, 40, 49, 29. Oh, let's go to rushing. Let's go to rushing yards here. There wasn't enough. I didn't see another one there that I liked. Let's go to player rushing yards and see if we can find a couple more here real quick. 54.5. 25, 72.5, 72.5. 24.5, 24. 48, 47, 34, 33. 44, 43.8. 6, 26, 27, 51. Here goes one. Lamar Jackson, under on Underdog, over everywhere else. Let's go Lamar Jackson over. Lamar Jackson over on his rushing yards. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Kevin Rickenberg, welcome into Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation this morning. There's our next one. I'll leave it up there for just a second. Papa J, I just went through the receiving yards, and there I didn't bring up Hollywood Brown, so there must not have been a big enough discrepancy for me to like it. All right, let's keep hunting. Let's keep hunting. It's 11:21 right now, so we're going to have to wrap up here soon. Yes, I think everybody hit the over on Kyle Sips this morning. All right. Bucknado, welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Lamar Jackson, we just did that one. Let's keep searching. Not enough. Not enough. Enough. Ooh, 43.5, 44.9. It looks like people are leaning towards Ramondre going over the 43.5. It's about 1.5 yards different right now. Let's go ahead and grab Stevenson real fast. Not a big discrepancy there, but it's my boy. So we're going to go ahead and try to lock him into a pick'em right now. Not a big enough one there. 61.5, 61.8, 69, 21, 23, 35, 34.7. Not big enough there. 79, 28, 8.5, 152.5, 51.6. Not big enough there. 49.5, 49.9, 63.5, 63.8. That's not good enough. 36.5, 37.6, 53.4, 54.5. 13.5, 25. 62.5, 63.4, 45, 45. Stevenson higher. Let's go to... Let's go to player rushing attempts now. I never really find anything in here, to be honest. These are all typically pretty good. 8.5, 12, 12.2, 9, 9.4, 7.5, 7.8, 13.5, 13.6, 5.5, 11.11, 8.5, 8.6, 14.5, 14.8. 18.5, 3, 2.6, 4.4, 4.5, 12.5, 12.8, 7, 6, 8, 12.5, 12.7, 14.5, 14.7, 11.5, 11.5, 12, 11.7, 9.5, 9.5, 4.5, 4.5, 14, 14, 9.5, 9.5, 12.5. Not a whole lot there either. Let's do... Will player tackles show up? Maybe try to look at some tackles here real quick. There's not enough, though. Doesn't show us enough there. I mean, rushing touchdowns. Completions. Maybe try to find a couple completions real quick to finish out this ticket here, because we've only got one. A lot of the numbers are starting to settle, though. Honestly, chat, that might be all she wrote. Receptions. Four, 3.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 7. I mean, there's some discrepancies here, but not big ones. Sleek, you got to put down whatever you feel comfortable with. You got to, my budget of what I bet may be different than you. I might be willing to bet more. You might be willing to bet less. I might be willing to bet more or less. You might be willing to bet more. You have to find a budget and you have to be comfortable with it. You should never put down the same amount of money or feel compelled to put down the same amount of money as somebody else. You've got to set your limits and you got to understand what you're comfortable with. I put down $100 ticket earlier, but $100 for me, because I've already bankrolled a decent amount this year, is not the same as somebody who maybe hasn't been placing a whole lot of bets and isn't up as much as I am. Okay. So you always have to do whatever you are comfortable with. Don't ever feel pressured to do any other type of money. Okay. If you're, somebody asked me last night, they were like, hey, I've got a certain amount of free bets. Like, what should I be comfortable with doing? And I told him basically the same thing. Like, yeah, you got to do what you're comfortable with. If you want to start betting right now, maybe start with $5 tickets. If you win this week, then move to $20 tickets. And then make sure that you're banking some of that money as well, okay? If you win $100 in a week, don't go and bet all 100 of it next week. Maybe only bet 50 of it next week, okay? You have to bet responsibly. Kyle, would you please pin the Discord instructions? Absolutely. And Anna, I hate to do this to you, but this stream is going to be over in a couple of minutes anyway. And then we'll be heading over to the members only live stream, but I will pin it for right now. I just wanted to let you know before I was like, all right, we're done. And you're like, you jerk. Honestly, I'm not finding a whole lot more at this point. I think we have taken advantage of everything that we need to for the day. I'll finish looking through player rushing attempts here real fast, or player receptions here real fast. Yeah, I'm not seeing any big discrepancies here. There's a few small discrepancies. Yeah, if you're looking at player receptions, there's a few small discrepancies here, but nothing out of this world that we have to lock in, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a look. Neil Storms, welcome to Holding Chubb. Thanks for becoming a new member today. Let's take a look at the Fantasy Optimizer real quick. Now, the Fantasy Optimizer, unfortunately, hasn't looked as good as it has in the past. Talked to OddsJam about that, and essentially what happened was there was some changes in terms of like how Underdog runs their lines, and their algorithm just hasn't quite catch up to it yet. It looks like there's a few here real quick. Kenneth Walker over on the touchdowns. Cameron Sutton under on the tackles plus assists. Keontae Ingram over on rushing attempts. Ezekiel Elliott over on rushing attempts. And Josh Allen over on passing attempts look to be the best ones right now. But if you're interested in using these tools over at OddsJam, we've been using their website all morning to try and find these discrepancies. Like I said earlier, 22 out of 30 pick'ems. 22 out of 30 pick'ems the last 2 weeks using these tools. So, yeah, absolutely. If you're interested in using them, you can head on over to oddsjam.com. If you sign up using our code word LINERS, LINERS, you're basically going to get to use their tools for 37 days for free. You're going to get a 7-day free trial to start. If you decide to continue to pursue that, then you're going to get 30% off of your first month. But they have a money back guarantee. Ghost, if you signed up for OddsJam and you didn't get an area to put the code in, then you need to contact their customer service. You need to contact their customer service right away. Okay? Let them know that you signed up, that you didn't have anywhere to use your code, and that you need to have code word LINERS added to your account. But you're going to get 30% off of your first month, but it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. All right? So essentially, if you play for 37 days and you're like, oh, this actually isn't for me, I'm not going to utilize it as much as I thought, then you can contact them and you can get your money back. If you use it for 37 days and you're like, I'm actually winning some money, I'm going to keep using it, then there you go. Then there you go. But headliners, like, honestly, let's go ahead real quick here. Again, some of the tickets may have changed, so we'll run through them pretty quick here for you. Tyler Lockett higher than 58.5 receiving yards. Cooper Kupp higher than 90.5 receiving yards. Lamar Jackson higher than 51.5 rushing yards. Donovan Peoples-Jones lower than 22.5 receiving yards. Josh Downs lower than 41.5 receiving yards. Mark Andrews higher than 54.5 receiving yards. Deshaun Watson lower than 228.5 passing yards. Brian Hoyer lower than 224.5. Jordan Love higher than 230.5. Lamar Jackson lower than 221.5. Sam Howell lower than 229.5. That's our big ticket for the day. Josh Dobbs lower than 214.5. Kenny Pickett lower than 216.5. Geno Smith lower than 251.5. Mac Jones higher than 178.5. Tyrod Taylor lower than 193.5. Sam Howell lower than 229.5. And then we've already talked about this one. It was in another slip as well. This is a 3-1 lower than 228.5 for Watson, lower than 224.5 for Hoyer, lower than 221.5 for Lamar. And then I put this one together early in the week. These lines may have changed, but this was just solely based off my research earlier in the week. It was just completely based off of that. The lines may have changed, though, so I don't know if these are the same, but these are ones I put together. Pacheco higher than 15.5 receiving yards. Bijan higher than 25.5 receiving yards. Rachaad White lower than 48.5 rushing yards. Kenneth Walker higher than 76.5 rushing yards. Brian Robinson higher than 56.5 rushing yards. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to take care of our OddsJam stream for this morning. Best of luck to all of you today with your pick'ems, your props, whatever platform you might be playing on. Hopefully you were able to get some information here today that helped you get ready to dominate the day. Once again, if you're not a member right now, think about joining and becoming a member. Get access to our Discord where we talk about these things all week long. Definitely sign up over on Underdog. If you do not have an Underdog account right now, use code Headliners when you sign up. If you make at least a $10 deposit, they will match your deposit up to $100. And you get a special, almost guaranteed to hit pick'em to go along with that when you sign up as well. And then, yeah, OddsJam as well. OddsJam as well. All the tools that we use on this show are from OddsJam. If you like what you're seeing and you think that you can utilize it as well, then head on over to oddsjam.com. Use code word LINERS, LINERS, when you sign up. You're going to get a 7-day free trial. If you decide to continue to pursue it, then you get 30% off of that first month, and you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, all right. Oh, my gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we only talked about pick'ems in this stream. I'll be back in the next, 10 minutes or so for the members-only live stream. Make sure you all come back for that. But hopefully I'll see you in the next 10 minutes. But I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break, recharge the batteries, grab another water, and then we'll be back to talk start and sits. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Later.
On the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid.